Yeah, welcome to the pyramid. Welcome to my yearly recap. The first yearly recap we do, actually. We will rank all the PlayStation 1 games that we played so far in the PlayStation 1 challenge, which are a bunch, a lot actually. And I'm looking forward to it. There will be a lot of stuff I want to talk about during this tier list. I had a lot of fun with that. I realized we didn't play too many PlayStation games yet, and if you were a little bit disappointed in that, trust me, I'm kind of disappointed too. Like, looking at this list, I'm like, yeah, we played some good games, some bad games, some mediocre games, long games too already, but in the end, it's not that many, and we have still like over 1,000 plus easy peasy left. So next year we will be a little bit more strong with the PlayStation 1. The lipid profile is amazing. Oh, really? You shouldn't be. It's not bad. Blue cheese. Like, what is blue cheese? Like, what? Everyone is talking about blue cheese too. Like, is there a war going on between like ranch people and blue cheese people? What is happening? Is that a legit like thing? What even is blue cheese? And I don't want to know because I don't like cheese that much. Ohio to you too. Ohio gozaimasu. Siri-kun, welcome to the PlayStation 1 tier list. Ohio. I know you said ahoy, but I absolutely misread that. Blue cheese is simple. Oh god. It's a variant of gorgonzola cheese that they made into dressing. It's great on buffalo wings. Oh, yeah. It's a substitute for ranch. Oh, the war is beginning in my chat room. No! Can we talk about the PlayStation? Are you ready to talk about the PlayStation 1? Like, get your minds in. Funny story. Oh no, we're talking about we're chatting now. Okay, we're just chatting. I'm in the category we're just chatting. We can do whatever you want. I was driving home earlier. FedEx decided not to only block access our road, but also forgot to set his brakes. He stood up and grabbed the package and the truck slowly started rolling backwards. Ooh. I fear if you come to visit the USA, you'll be horrified the whole time. I am already horrified from the USA. I do not need more horrific things. I mean, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm more horrified of from the USA. Like, there's so many things that just make no sense for my European brain. There's an S-tier list game already. It's this one? Probably right. Horrible pixelated, by the way. It's horrible scaled down. You take me to cool places? Yeah, He caught it before it crashed, but Bunny and I were like, I mean, I feel like people in the US are like extremely stressed all the time. Extremely stressed. It feels like you always fear for your life every single day, and this is why you see all these like weird videos, like, again, the dude is like just not putting his brakes on just because they're like rushing everything. Like, everything is in a rush. What do you think that? I don't know. Like, because the way you make money is weird to me. I live in my house and never go outside. That's the only true way to live anyways. Real life GTA. You need a car? There's enough cars around here. You don't need to own a car. You just take one. Good to see you, then, Samuel. Hello. You just take a car. They're everywhere. Oh man. I guess you also have like little boxes everywhere. You're getting like new ammunition. We take cars now? Yeah, probably. Yes. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. The first game on our list, by the way, if you don't mind, for the PlayStation 1. It's a new rule, yeah. The first game is Alundra. Did you remember that we played Alundra? I don't know if you even were here when we played Alundra. Have I ever been to the US? No, no. I have severe anxiety of flying and all other public transportation, so flying for me is basically sending me to my deathbed. So I was never in the US, no. I was flying when I was little, but again, I developed extreme anxiety, and flying is one of my absolute cardinal sins in terms of like this will like. But I will get it. I will fly to Norway this year, I think. If I like next year. Next year I will probably fly to Norway, which is a 2-hour flight. I will probably survive that, and I will see how that goes. Just swim, yeah. I say to Jill every time. Jill's like, "Oh my god, I go to Europe." I'm like, "Yeah, you need to learn to swim." I always say it. I can't swim. Alundra, by the way. It is the set. Like, if you remember Alundra, there is like, I guess it's even like a little bit of in the advertisement for the game. It is called to be. It was thought to be the Zelda killer. It was not quite the Zelda killer, honestly. Yeah, it was not quite the Zelda killer, right? So we have Alundra here. I will just drag it so you know I talk about this game. It was not quite the Zelda killer. It was a top-down asymmetrical view action adventure thing. The story was pretty good. You've only been to Vegas. Oh, you went to Vegas. Oh, nice. It considers so hard and revived and got better after Alundra. Yeah, that's true. So it was an asymmetrical game. The story was actually kind of okay. Like I liked it. It was a little bit like it needed to be like extremely edgy. It was like an extremely edgy dark story, and it involved a little bit of church, which is always a good sign in my book. I got stuck 2 times, like hard stuck 2 times. Once I even had to look up in the internet because I couldn't figure out that I could make a very hidden move to climb a shelf in the last dungeon, which was not really self-explanatory. The game was mediocre hard, I would say, and I would put it, for the sake, on D. It's a D game. It's not that great. It's not that great. It's a game, for sure. If you disagree with that, that is fine too, but for me, this is absolutely a D game. After you've been in the US, you appreciate the EU more and more. It's a game, yeah, it's a game. If you played Alundra, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you like it, I guess. But I feel like if I had the choice to play Alundra or I have to play, like, I guess Minish Cap for the Nintendo DS is, for the Nintendo Advance is kind of the same, like, play style a little bit. I would play Minish Cap. Here we go. Yeah, with the dreamwalking bullshit. Oh yeah, also you can like dreamwalk from this one twin to the other twin, and then you like be in his cell or whatever, and you save him because he could travel through dreams from one person to another. For some reason it worked once. I like the ending of Alundra though. I like the ending. The ending of Alundra is this meme where this dude is standing in front of the crossing pathway. One is going to like a nice castle, the other one is going to like a dark forest or whatever. And that was basically the ending of Alundra, when he and the other elf girl were like walking down like a road, and he decided to go to the next adventure and to the next danger, and she was like, no. You saw him like going into the not bright lit path. It was so funny to me. Yeah, it's a D. Parasite Eve 1. I speedrun Parasite Eve 2. Or I have in the past. I never played Parasite Eve before this playthrough that we had. The music is amazing. Amazing music. Way better than the second one, sadly. What I think is annoying for me, the random encounters in Parasite Eve 1 are just ass. Because they always, like, they're not random. They're not random because they will always occur when you like hit different parts of a screen, and then it will happen to be a battle, and that it is always there. So if you have to like go back and forth, you will always go onto that screen, you will always go through that barrier, and you will always hit a random encounter. So if you are lost and you don't know where to go, and you run around a bunch, or you just explore to the fullest, you will run into all these unnecessary random encounters. It is absolutely wild to me. Other than this, fun. It's a Christmas story, by the way. It's basically Die Hard when it comes to Christmas. It's a good game. I like it. I guess a lot of you guys like it too. Like a lot of people said, Parasite Eve 1 is the game we all need to see, and this is the best game ever. It's so much better than the second game. It's not. It's not better than the second game. It's a fun game. I like the RPG elements. It's a high B. It's a high B tier. It's a high B tier for me in this list. And then we come to Parasite Eve 2. Again, I speedrun that baby. So it holds a very special place in my heart. I brought this on a flea market with my friend when I was 16. It is the game we had in Germany, because Parasite Eve 1 never released in Germany. So that's the game we had. This is Parasite Eve at home. And this music is from Persona 1, by the way. Just for you to notice. You speedrun stuff always do, that doesn't say much. True, yeah. Speedrun at this point, right? That is true. I like the combat in this way more than I like it in PE1. I like the different weapons. Again, you have fan service in the game. You can get the gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII in that game. It is a functional shotgun, actually, with a melee function. It's super fun. Hey, Demai, so good to see you in. And happy Sunday, and hope you had your holidays stuffed. I hope you got stuffed on your holidays. In what way you ever wanted to get stuffed. There you go. Said it. I like Parasite Eve more. Like, I like 2 more than 1. It's true. I like 2 more than 1. But I would also say it's not an A-tier game, so I just put it like this. And you will hate me forever, probably. But it is true. I will put it before Parasite Eve 1. Again, please keep in mind, this is a very personal list of stuff and shenanigans that we did over the year, and it's all taste. I guess if I replay it, if I replay both, maybe it will change and I will just switch them again. That can happen. Dino Crisis is next. Capcom game, of course. Capcom made all these games that all are very similar, with different characters that all look like Resident Evil, but they're not. But they are Resident Evil, kinda. And this is the Resident Evil with dinosaurs. Hate this game. I hate this game. It's a fun game to play, but I hate every enemy in this game. I always talk about this. It's like, the dinosaurs are the most boring enemies you could put into a game ever. Like, you think this is scary, but they're actually pet dinosaurs, because they like, you know, you enter a screen, they screech at you, then they look at you, then they walk towards you, then they screech again, then they try to chase you. But if you're far enough away, they just give up and go back to sleep. Sometimes they screech again, but most likely they go to sleep, and that's it. Like, the enemies, no enemy in this game is like a threat. The only dinosaur that is a threat is like in the last part. There are like a little bit of a heavy armored dinosaurs that like rush towards you. They have like bigger arms too. They are a little bit more aggressive towards you. Everything else is just like, it sits there, it looks cute, it wants to get pets, and that's it. The puzzles in the game are non-existent. It's not a really puzzly game. I guess Resident Evil is not a really puzzly game either. The beginning is confusing. But everything after the beginning is straight up linear. It's fun, but again, it is like enemy variety, and especially like you have all these guns and you never use a gun because you don't want to hit and destroy your pet dinosaur. I put it here. I put it in C. That's a C one. Dino Crisis is the first game in C. It's a crisis to play through that. There you go. I said it. It's true. And they're also not lore accurate. No, yeah, they have no feathers. That's true. Yeah, that's also right. Yeah. Like again, we need to replay that game. It's a fun game to replay. Are you dancing to the sad song? Are you actually dancing to the sad song from Grandia? I'll play it again. There you go. I restarted the song just for you. Dance more. Vagrant Story, easy. Do we have to talk about this? Do we have to talk about Vagrant Story? Does anyone disagree with my decision? Hey, look, Growl's playing Noita. Let me go offline here, so I will not dox all my friends here. There you go. Why is it F tier? S tier, S super tier, Vagrant Story. Easy peasy, replayability much. Fun New Game Plus, I never played, but fun New Game Plus, new stuff in New Game Plus, hard game, fun game, super cool game. You can name your weapon Fluffy Duffy, and it will actually, you have a name a weapon that is called Fluffy Duffy, and then you hit Fluffy Duffy on people's faces, and it's good. F is just F for lips. Hey, don't say the S and F is the same thing here. That's not true. That's not true at all. It's S tier, okay? You bastards. Hey, I can talk sometimes. No shit though. Vagrant Story, if you haven't played it, if you like Dark Souls kind of games, and if you like, I guess if you like more Final Fantasy Tactics actually, because it plays in Final Fantasy Tactics lore. I'm special, I'm special, I'm special, special. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. Check it out. Super fun to mix and match weapons, make stuff. I bet Tomba will be F. Maybe. You have to. It's here though. It's here. Look at this. Look at this fucking cover from this game. Look at this cover from that game. Just look at it. Horrible. It's with like Play-Doh mashup 3D figurines. Wow. It's here. Vagrant Story is good once you get into it. The opening can be a little slow. Yeah, the opening is slow. The opening is slow, yeah, I agree. When you know what to do, the opening is slow. But I feel like if you never played the game before, I think the opening is quite good. Because you learn the entire game pretty well in the first thing. And I like when you defeat the first boss, from that moment on you can chain your attacks. and they give you like a puppet to train the chain attacks on immediately. That is super good. Like, that is super good. They give you a training puppet in the first room, you unlock it and you can train the movement. You can go back to the room if you want to, you know, train with other weapons. It's fun. It's good. It's like, I like that a lot. Spyro! We have only played one Spyro game so far. It's the only Spyro game I know. By the way, too. We 100%'ed Spyro. We did everything in that. We did the best ending, we got all the treasures, and we defeated Nasty Norg. And that's what happens. That's the story of the game. You defeat Nasty Norg. It's the name of the villain. It also spawned that sound effect, yeah. Nasty Norg, yeah, that one. I said it while I played it, I say it again, and I still feel about this the same way. It is a very fun game to play, but it's very empty. It's a very empty game. So it feels like a tech demo, it feels like they wanted to see if this is fun for people, and apparently it was, because they made more Spyro games, and they are a little bit different than this one. So, fun game. It's a collectathon though. I said it before. I said it when we played The Grinch. I hate collectathon games. I hate collecting shit just for the sake of collecting shit. It's one of those games. Oh, get the butterflies, get the red rupees, oh, get the treasures. Oh my god, I hope you get all the dragon eggs. Meh. Ugh. Like, I don't like that. But that's just me. So it's unfair to say the game is that. It's a C game for me too. It's behind Dino Crisis for sure, but it's a C game. I wish we had the opportunity to play more Spyro games this year, but it just didn't work out. To just compare them more to each other. But this is what it is. I think this is a C game. This is a C game. It needs to see better days. Resident Evil, easy one. It's better than Dino Crisis, because that is Resident Evil with zombies, and that's Resident Evil with dinosaurs. First Resident Evil, fun. I feel like the dialogue is dumb. That's a good thing. Very cheesy dialogue, cool cutscenes. You know, it's the introduction into the world of horror, which this is not. It's not the introduction into the world of horror, but it's a good entry. Replayability is there. You have like 2 scenarios, they're fun. Jill is cool, Chris is nice, and it's easy. Oh god, don't do that. It's easy in A. It's easy in A. Yeah, it's an A tier for me too. Like, it's easy in A, maybe even S, but I feel like Resident Evil 2 is an S. Because Resident Evil 2 adds more layers to the, you know, it has like an actual B scenario. And in Resident Evil 1, it's just like you play this character or that character, and it's slightly different, you know, which cutscenes you get. Again, replayability is there, but it's not like a huge thing. Yeah, RE2 OG is just good, yeah. It's just that good. But RE is here. It's there. It's fun. Crash Bandicoot. How are we feeling about Crash Bandicoot? I have no feelings to that game. It's no feelings to that game. I don't even remember that we really finished that game, but I guess we did. It's here. I guess we have a VOD on YouTube that states that I don't even know how this game ended. Actually, I don't even know how this game ended. You spin around a lot, and you run a lot, and sometimes you ride the hog, and then the game ends, I guess. It's fun. It's also referenced in Uncharted, right? Spin tier. It has a collectathon thing again. Like, again, you can, like, I guess you 100% the game if you get all the boxes, right? You have to, like, crash. You have to crash all the boxes. The mascot, by the way, The mascot, by the way, is absolutely insane. Crash as a character is just like, I don't even know what animal that is. It's just a psychopath in a furry suit. That's what Crash Bandicoot is. It's fun. It's a fun game. I like all the sound effects. I feel like it's a Bandicoot. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. yeah. It's fun. I don't know. It's a B tier. Yeah, for me too. Yeah, it's B. Yeah. Again, it's a collectathon somewhere, but the sound effects are so good. All the like sound effects the masks do, they haunt me forever, rent free. Like all these like weird like mask sound effects are so good. It's fantastic. So I put it here. Ein Nasenbeutler. An ugly rat. Okay, yeah. It's better. As far as collectathons go, it's fun. Yes, because it's like it's natural knitted into your game. You can basically, it's not an open world collectathon, right? It's like a Mario 2D kind of thing collectathon. That's fun. I put it behind PE though. PE is a little bit better because it's the bigger game. It's a bigger game. Come on, bigger game, bigger score. That's how it is. Legend of Dragoon. I have strong opinions about that game. So hold your horses. First off, it should be called The Common Appearance of Dragoon, because there's too many Dragoon in this game. Like, everyone is a Dragoon. Every boss you fight is a Dragoon. Then you become a Dragoon, and then you get more Dragoons while being more Dragoon. It's a goon game. Everyone is a goon in some form or way. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's not the Legend of Dragoons. It's just common appearance, too many Dragoons. Like, everything you fight and every person is a Dragoon for some reason. The reveal is ass, of course, because you're just, again, the son of, like, someone. Uncommonality of Dragoons, yeah. You just, like, again, the story is, like, the story is good to a point, and then, like, it's weird because... I don't know. I don't want to talk about the story. It's fine. Graphics are fun. Gameplay is kind of fun. It is quite interesting that this is an RPG that doesn't do like gigantic numbers in combat. Like, it feels weirdly reasonable. Like, you do like 20 damage and then you do like 40 damage with attacks, and you do like, I think the highest thing you can do is like 300 damage or whatever. So it's like, it's cool. The end boss is stress-inducing. It is an hour-long boss fight, which explains the creation and downfall of the world, because that's necessary. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a D tier because, you know, it would fit. The boss fight is great, yeah. It's I put it above Spyro. It's here. There you go. I put it above Spyro. Again, bigger game, bigger score. That's how we work. That's how we work here. Like, if you like it, I guess. It's one of those. Atsu Dreams. Should we talk about Atsu Dreams? Also, this song is from Final Fantasy IX. It's The Border Village of Dali. It's such a good song. Put it in F now, Rayman. Yeah, well, yeah. Here we go. Done. A hidden gem? Like Atsu Dreams? Yes. Bonus points for the saxophone? True, yeah. It was a team trying to make their own RPG without the expertise of Square and Enix. Yeah. No, again, it's a fine game. I'm complaining about a huge level. Obviously, I can't ignore that I played other games in my life. It's a decent game. Nothing is wrong with it. It's just like the storytelling is bizarre. Again, there's no real. Bunny's opinions are wrong. What Bunny? She loves Rayman. Oh, if it makes okay. Bunny's opinion are wrong. That is a wrong opinion. I have to put it up. I have to put it up. Like, if you say Bunny's opinions are wrong, I need to. Can we talk about Atsu Dreams, by the way? Bunny also like weird candy. True. We cannot talk about Rayman. Atsu Dreams time. Rayman will get his own ass. But we have to eat this ass before. Atsu Dreams. Easy peasy. Konami game. Everyone loves Konami. Back in the day, I got you. Back in the game, every time you hit this Konami's on the screen, you get like a little bit hard. It's true. You know it. I know it. We all been there. Konami was great. This is a great game. One of a kind. Roguelike. It's a dungeon crawler. No. It's a mystery dungeon game. That's what I'm looking at. No, we want Rayman. No. The day of Konami making good. No, Konami did not make a good decision because that game exists on Game Boy. There is an Atsu Dreams for Game Boy. Yeah, like talking about good decisions. That was not a good decision, like, at all. That was a mistake. Have you played the Lufia game? No, I heard that it's horrible too. No, I haven't played that. We talk about Atsu Dreams though. Again, it's a mystery dungeon game. It has dating in it. It has town building in it. It's a simulation game meets Pokemon. It is a fantastic, good idea. Oh yeah, have you been? Yeah, the last decade of Konami was not good. But again, we talk about back in the day. Back in the day, Konami made decent. I guess it's what Samuel said. It's like Konami did jack shit. They hired studios that were very passionate about shit. Yeah. You admit that we are not talking about Rayman right now. We're talking about Atsu Dreams. Get your shit together, chat. We will talk about Rayman later. You like him as a quirky character? Play Plock for the SNES. He has also detached limbs. Rayman. No! You will not ruin Atsu Dreams for me now. We will talk about Atsu Dreams now. Get your Rayman together. Get him elbows. Oh, you can't? Oh. Okay, you ruined this for me. We talk about Rayman first. I will put back Atsu. Okay, Rayman. We talk about fuck you guys. I'll do it. Whatever. You guys are bastards. It's a collectathon game. Who ever thought? It's a collectathon game. It's from Ubisoft, right? Yes, it's a Ubisoft collectathon game with a dude with detached limbs. It has a DOS. It is also a DOS game, right? That is apparently way harder than the PlayStation game. The game is colorful. I give it that. The game is extremely colorful. The game is fun. But the collectathon part, I never beat Rayman. Yeah, I need to go back and beat Rayman for real, right? Yeah, I know. I will write that down. It's my goal. It's my redemption arc in 2025. Demise. Mark my words. I will ping you on Discord if I get to it. It was never really playtested after you're done. Yeah, that is true too. Yeah, it was never really playtested. That is actually a fact. That's factual correct. Everyone's already like, everyone is passionate about Rayman. What is happening in here? Like, this is the Rayman uprising. Jesus Christ. He is referenced in a lot of media though. Like, he's like a pretty decent mascot, right? I feel like he's also in a Netflix show. But that's not the point here. It's about this game. It's colorful. I hate the collectathon. I hate the collectathon because the collectathon is non-linear and also hidden. You have to do hidden things to get the things you need to do, but the game will not talk about the hints, so you will just run around the level and do media. You will do convoluted, not connected stuff to maybe get another cage, to get these freaks out of the cage. Bad game, D tier. There you go. I will D tier it because you guys are passionate about this shit. I was about to actually F tier that baby. Rayman spawned the rabbits later, automatically F tier for future crimes, yeah. Yeah. No, it's a D tier. It's for me, it's way weaker than Spyro. It's way weaker than Spyro. I feel like that's like, again, if we see the list here, I guess it makes sense. We have like Crash Bandicoot, then Spyro, then Rayman. I feel like that makes sense in my head too. Like, from a gameplay enjoyment factor, I would also rate them like this. If you would put all three games in my face, it's like, yeah, I play Crash. That's it. Atsu Dreams! I will not talk about this game anymore. Play it for yourself. It's fun. Rayman better than Metal Gear. Like, from an enjoyment factor? From an enjoyment kind of thing? The pyramid was never the same after the sentence, Jesus. I mean... no. I mean, if you think that way... I guess you're better than me, but holy shit, no. No, you know, Metal Gear was overrated for me. Metal Gear is highly overrated. We will get to it in a second. This is from Digimon World, by the way. This is the curling theme from Digimon. You see? Curling theme from Digimon World, it says there. So it's actually, we're talking about Digimon now. Guys, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. This is an easy S tier. Easy S tier. Easy S tier. Period. Like, if you like Tamagotchi, I had a Tamagotchi when I grew up. That is basically a Tamagotchi. He poops, he needs eating, he needs feeding, he needs sleeping, he needs a petty, and he fucks up other Digimon. It's amazing. It's a fun game. The only thing I hate about this game is the footstep sound of all the Digimon, because that's extremely annoying. Because you hear the footsteps all the time from your Digimon. Other than this, amazing game. Amazing game. Like, it's so good. You even brought a V-pad. Oh, nice. Yeah, Digital Hazard, another streamer I know, he is basically a Digimon V-pad as an avatar. And he also has like a lot of them. He really likes them. Yeah, it's like extremely noisy with the footsteps, but other than this, extremely fun. Extremely fun to get all the stuff in the game too. I mean, shit tier? No, it's actually good. Like, if you don't like monster raising games, sadly we don't have Monster Rancher on here. I feel like Monster Rancher would be F in comparison. Monster Rancher is like an ass game. An ass game, for sure. No comparison, sadly. But it's a fun game. Like, if you like it, you like it. And that's basically me. It's good, but not deserving S. What does it make? What do you think is like puts it down from S tier? I guess progression is shit in Digimon. You need to know what to do. Like, no one will actually like really talk to you. Like, there's like vague hints. Okay, you know what? I put it 1 down for one reason alone. I put it 1 down. I put it 1 down for one reason alone. The reason is the European version of that game, or basically the German, the PAL version of the game, had a huge bug. I had the PAL version, obviously, and you couldn't enter Ogremon's fortress, which locks you out of like a lot of the game. So, yeah, I feel like that is true. Yeah, it's abstruse. Yeah, that is true. Yes, it's abstruse, and then if you have the PAL version, it's not only abstruse, it's also, like, even if you follow the quest, you will just get fucked. I agree there. Metal Gear Solid. We have Yaruku-Kong music, by the way. This is Spider Forest, I think. See? Spider Forest. From Jade Cocoon. I know that. It's a good song. Metal Gear Solid. We have, I guess we have like extremely strong opinions about that game. Everyone has. My story with that, my story for that game is I had a friend, he talked about 2 games while we were friends. He talked about Metal Gear Solid and he talked about Legend of Dragoon. So he was dragooning about Metal Gear, and he was solid about the Legend of Dragoon, basically. That's what happened. It's no joke even. And it turned me extremely away from the game. It turned me extremely away from the game. And everyone is talking about that, and I never played it. This playthrough we did, it's the first time we did the playthrough of this game. It's highly overrated. I'm sorry to say this. It's highly overrated. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. It's okay. Yeah, it's a good game because it's like a very, like, again, if you like this, I mean, again, have you listened to the story? Never. Like, it's just like in one of my Japanese animes. It's actually a sentence that is dropped into that game. It is actually a sentence they say in the game. It's just like in one of my Japanese animes. That's what actually, quote unquote, someone says in the game. You cannot tell me this is good story writing. It's not, and then they go on for like Cold War cutscenes. Jesus. I mean, I'm done with, the game itself is fun. The espionage parts almost work. It's almost a working espionage video game. You almost need to be sneaky. Sometimes. The story of Stufik, if you like Stufik, is good. Yes, that's basically what it is. Yeah. I will put it D. I will put it low. I will put it here. Like, it's a fun game. It's a fun game, but like, the problem is, it is also a fun game when you click away all cutscenes, and then it's a very short game. But if you just hammer through all cutscenes and just, like, I don't know if you can skip them. I forgot. If you skip all the cutscenes, it's the same game, but faster. So it's, I don't know. It loses. For me, it loses nothing. Put it C tier, line 1. You think it's more fun than... I mean, Dino Crisis is more fun. Fuck, Dino Crisis is more fun. Yeah, I mean, I put it here. There you go. It's like, you know, Dino Crisis could also be beer, maybe, if I think about it more. You shush. Don't ruin this for me. We put it here, done. Dino Crisis had dinos. Did you know there's only 23 guards in the entirety of Metal Gear Solid? Really? The game feels so long. Jade Cocoon. Do you like Pokemon, guys? Do you like Pokemon? Do you like Ghibli movie studio movies? And Pokemon? Jade Cocoon might be for you because Genki, the studio of Jade Cocoon, worked with exactly Masterworks Studios of Ghibli to make this beautiful game. You can fuse them into like heavily monstrosities that you will never recognize again. You can basically rip off the legs of a goat and tape it onto a tree and you got a new monster. That's Jade Cocoon. The core of the game is extremely fun. I like the characters. It's partially voice acted. That's good. That's voice acting is good. It's fun. E tier? What? No. It's not Digimon though. It's not Digimon. Again, it's like weird creatures. There's a second game on the PlayStation 2, and then the franchise died. So I like it. It holds a special place in my heart, but I feel like it's also a D. The game is weird. Like, there's no real endgame. The endgame is also broken, by the way. There's after you beat the main story, there's an endless corridor to do your perils or whatever, and it's like not working properly. And yeah, that's end of the story. It's fun though. Not as fun as Spyro, but fun. If you like monsters, it could be higher up. It could be higher up if you like monsters. Leveling up monsters in this is also easy, because it's like you know, if your monster's level 2 and your enemy is level 20, you get like all the experience. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Yeah. It's what you'd say, yeah. Like, it's not as good as a normal old school Pokemon game. Let's talk about Fifth Element. No, we talk about this game. We talk about this game. We talked about that game. Did anyone disagree with that? Like, you have to I know, you're a heavy defender of this game. You have to realize that even people who speedrun the game use mods to make the game runnable. So, the concept of this game is... I can show you. I brought the card, by the way. You have to summon this dragon, or you lose. You summon this dragon, or you lose. There's nothing in between. Either you summon this dragon, or like you fuse it, I guess, or you lose. That's the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Oh yeah, and that starts at duel number 4. So from duel number 4 onwards, you have to summon that dragon, and that's it. And even if you summon it, you might lose. So, it's pretty shitty. Like, it's not a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Let's talk about this one. That's a better game. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. S tier. That's a strong opinion. S tier. A tier minimum. Holy shit. Ghostly is for F tier like Boris has said. Apparently. Thank you, Ghostly. Hater. I mean, is it replayable? Yes. Is it fun to collect new weapons and make Alucard extremely go brrrr? Yes. Did I do that in the game? Yes. Did I 100% the game? No. Did I do the best ending? Yes. Was it fun to do so? Upside down castle? Yes. Can you unlock other other characters and can play with Richter through the entire thing too? Yes. S tier. It's the same for like Vagrant Story. It's just like fun. It's just a fun game. Like it's a weird take on a 2D game because again it has also like RPG elements. I feel like as a game itself, I think it's even a little bit stronger than Hollow Knight. Just correct me if I'm wrong. Hollow Knight is an amazing game, but I think this is better than Hollow Knight just because you have like more mix and match opportunities. It's also part of the word that spawned a whole genre of Metroidvanias. Yes, that is true. Grind or use broken mechanisms. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I guess. I guess you have to. And we have another S tier contender. Here we go. S tier galore. Resident Evil 2. We said it before. I repeat it gladly. You have to say. You have to say. You have to say S tier. Come on. Demise says S tier. You say S tier. We all say S tier. It is way. It's like what you do when you do a second title. I guess I have that song on my playlist. No RE game can be S tier, why not? Why not? Is it tank controls for you? The puzzles are not puzzles, they are fetch quests. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the same in Vagrant Story. And that's the same in Castlevania. I don't know. Like it's like oh, you're missing the ability to like turn into fog to go to the next level, so you have to get the ability to turn into fog and then you can get to the next level. Oh, you need this key to go to the next room. I guess you get the key to go to the next room. It's the same shit. It's the same shit for me. Ari says there are puzzles, but they're not. Okay, I feel that is fine. Do you think that the Resident Evil 2 remake does it better in that regard? Because in Resident Evil 2 remake, you have more puzzles, I think. Like, you know, like doing the slate puzzles for the medallions, and then doing the puzzle for the chess figurines. It's a little bit more puzzly, but you know. The true point of the puzzle is going back through rooms with zombies, yeah. There are actual puzzles in the game, though. I don't know if, like, pushing a statue onto the right point is a puzzle. Well, you know. But yeah, I feel like it's what Boris said. It's like, it's more like the, you have to, like, rationalize your resources, right? Like, what are you doing for the next room? Oh, how often do you need to go to that room? Will that room be annoying? Like, do I make this room safe or no? S tier means perfection. They are not perfect. Vagrant Story and Castlevania are also not perfect. There is no perfect game. There's only preference. There is no perfect game. There is no perfect game in life. If we get a perfect game, every game would be like this, or no other game would ever exist anymore, because perfection means for that genre you cannot improve anymore. Ever. And that means perfection. So let's say, I don't know, like Castlevania is perfection, then Hollow Knight is worse, and then every other game in that genre is a waste of time. I mean, in a way that console overall. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. But again, like, I think... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what you say, actually. Sorry. Like, I mean, like, for the PlayStation 1, Resident Evil 2 is the best Resident Evil game. Period. For me. It's maybe Survivors is better. I don't know. Maybe Resident Evil Survivors might be better. But otherwise, 2 is the best one. Yeah. And it's close, like, from the games we played through yet, it's like a super good game. Like, I feel like for me it's an S tier to like... Yeah, it's like my top 5... Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, what I want to say with S tier here on that Resident Evil slate is Resident Evil 2 is the advanced form of Resident Evil 1 in every single way. And this is how you do a second game too. And the fun stuff is in this list, I feel like it's the only game that we can stack. It's the only game that we can stack. I guess Parasite Eve 1 and 2 here. But it's the only game that we can really compare to each other because we played them basically back to back. And Resident Evil 2 is outstandingly better than 1. In like replayability and whatever it is. But they're not S tier because of puzzle stability. Again, I feel like puzzle in every video game, like, I don't know, I feel like the only puzzle, when you think about a puzzle game, it's Myst. Something like that. Or Myst, or whatever it's called, I don't know. Like slide puzzle gaming. But when it comes to like these kind of games, like, I don't know, like, all these games, like Alundra had puzzles too. Like, they had puzzles too, like Dino Crisis puzzles too. But you, like, I feel like in most of the games, that we played on the list, I feel like Alone in the Dark made better puzzles. If you search for like a game that has the same mechanics but puzzlies, the Alone in the Dark puzzles were better. Because they're actually puzzles, and not like go from point A to point B. You have to like run around and think about shit. I agree with that. Yes. Like in that context, of course. Yes, of course. What are we doing? I will leave it here. I will leave it here, though. You are right. I see what you're saying, and I agree. But it's hard to decipher because, again, a lot of games function like that, and they all stated they are puzzles. Good to see you, Jill, by the way. Hi. The inventory management in RE games is a puzzle, too. I agree to that slightly, too. It's like a self-inflicted puzzle. I'm torn. I'm torn. I'm torn. I will do this. I will do this. I will not talk about this anymore. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. But I see all this and I value that. You're not wrong. But again, it's like a weird, like, every game has that shit. Oh no, it's not bullying my opinion, and that's not what Siri is about to do. It's like, I see the point, it's kind of vetted, but it's also like, again, it's what every game does. Like, oh, it's a puzzle. Look at the puzzle. It's like, I don't know, fucking. So I see what it is. Like, I feel like the advertisement is like, I feel like what the complaint is like, the advertisement about it is the problem. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. I missed half of the game. More than half of the game. I couldn't hear the dialogue. Oh, it does. Oh, sadly it does, yeah. I also remember that. It has like, oh, you need your own puzzles. Eh. Let's move on. I value that opinion a lot. I value all your opinions. It's the Ve Victus game that no one uses in chat anymore. You remember the Ve Victus? Yeah, that's the game. That's the game where he's like shouting Ve Victus every 5 seconds. That's the game. Yeah, that game. Rayman S tier then. Oh, you can suck on that juice box all the way to hell, Demise. I hope you have enough juice in that box left. We'll be a long way. Jesus. We're not talking about Rayman anymore. Stop. Yeah, I missed all the dialogue. Couldn't hear it. I'm not even joking. Like, you said the dialogue is so good in the game, and I couldn't hear any of the dialogue. No joke. You could. I couldn't. I guess it was with my audio setup or whatever. I had no clue. Game was fun though. Was a fun game. Was a hard game too. Like, healing in the game was kind of hard at the end. Is it better than Parasite Eve? Fuck no. We will put it here. Oh, my list is. I will put it here. There you go. It's better than Crash Bandicoot, I guess. Would I replay Legacy of Kain Blood Omen though? Probably not. Probably I would not replay this game ever. Maybe if you emulate it differently. Maybe if you emulate, and it's audio settings is one thing, but it was lagging like hell. Like, the FPS breakage in the game was huge. Like, I remember, like, if you suck a dude dry, like, the game is going to shit. So there was a lot of lag spikes and there was a lot of FPS shit in the game. So I don't know, it's fun. All the bosses were fun though. Some of the bosses were little puzzles too, right? Like, sometimes you had to like do some shenanigans to get the bosses done. Overall fun. I'm looking forward to Soul Reaver. We'll play Soul Reaver next week actually. Breath of Fire 3. There we go. I did it. Breath of Fire 3, huge game. Huge game. Love it. Huge game. Breath of Fire 3. Amazing sprite work. I guess we have a few emotes from that game, right? We have a few emotes right now. We have this emote and we have this emote. It's good. It's good game. It's good game. It's good game. We have emotes from the game. Yeah. Oh, we have also music from the game. There we go. It's also Breath of Fire 3 music. Nothing to say about the game actually. It's that good. Like extreme replayable. It's fun. Oh, it's not too big actually. It's quite okay from lengthy thing. If you never played that game, Breath of Fire 3, play the game. It's fun. It has fishing. It has fishing. This is why it's also better than Legend of Goon. Because it has fishing. As long as it's not S tier. Cyric is like, come on, dude, you can't like... do you disagree with the other two S tier then? Because I feel like they're good. Like, this is like concept fucking flawless. You kill a starving monster off of sheer bloodlust and murder. No! No, that's not true! No, Breath of Fire 3 is not an A tier. It's not an S tier. If I had an S tier RPG, and again, I'm looking at the PlayStation here. If I had an S tier RPG, it is still Suikoden 2. And nothing goes above Suikoden 2. That's it. So if I think PlayStation 1, S tier RPG, it's fucking that game. Period. It's that game. Like, Breath of Fire is fine and fun, but it's not coming close to that game. Not even slightly. It got fishing, it loses points. Yeah, and I feel like for Breath of Fire, I don't know. It has the desert of death. And you know, if you want a real endgame stopper in your game, you program the desert of death into that, where you have to walk 20 minutes or more in real life to maybe go to the next part or not, and you have to do all the shit again. Fun! I put Breath of Fire 3 over Suikoden 2. Breath of Fire has a little bit of where do I go now syndrome. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it happens in late early game. That happens, yes. That happens, yes. It happens in mid game, and mid game, and it's the entire late game is where do I go now? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Also, I mean, this is one of the games, it reminds you where you go. It reminds you where you go when you go to camp, which is good. It's a little bit better than Secret of Mana, even if that is an SNES game. You know, in Secret of Mana, when you don't play it for a while and you want to return to the game and you don't remember where to go, you know what you have to do? You can go to the king and he will tell you where to go next. But to go to the king, you have to remember how to go to the king. So you're fucked. It's better to just start the game all over again. It's actually true. Because I did that 2 times. And it's actually better to like just start the game anew instead of like trying to figure out where to go again. Ugh. Chrono Trigger. I just said like nothing gets about like Suikoden 2 in S tier. I guess we all agree this is also an S. I mean, we can't put it in S tier. We can't put it. It's not an S tier game. It's laggy a mess. The loading screens for the menu is longer than the entirety of Chrono Trigger for SNES. You spend double as much time in this game because the game is so long. Yeah, you never. F tier. I know it will break your heart, but I will put it B. I will put it low B tier. It's just a problem. It does have the little cartoons though. Yeah, but we argued about this. I guess El Samuel said that maybe, if I remember right, or maybe someone else. It's still A. Oh my god, you guys are. You break my heart. You break my heart. Is it better than all the other games? No. The problem about the cutscenes is the cutscenes play after the fact. That's a little bit weird. So you get the scene and then you get the cutscene, which tells the same thing that you already talked about. It's bizarre. I guess they will edit later, so I get why it's bizarre, but still. Tomba. You can play all the A tiers during the loading times of Chrono Trigger. This is why I wanted to put it in beer tier, but you guys are relentless on your opinions. So I get influenced. I'm suggestible, I guess. Tomba. Where will Tomba go? Where will Tomba go, guys? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Just say stop. And when just say stop. And if and when person number 4 says stop, I will just stop.
Stop that.
2 stops.
Stop that.
3 stops.
Stop
Oh, there we go. Shit. There we go. It's an E tier. It's better than Forbidden Memories. It's better than Forbidden Memories, that's easy, what? But it's not a good game. Like, it's not. The problem for me, like, I guess this is also a personal problem. Again, this is my personal list. The problem with the game too is I get motion sick from that. I get actively motion sick from Tomba. So that is one huge problem. Double-headed Thunder Dragon, yeah, I mean, true. I feel like I get motion sick from the Katamari game. Yeah. Motion sickness is a feature. Yeah, and it sucks. But it's not a feature for A tier, it's a feature for E tier. Feature ends with E, has 2 E tier. Motion sickness gives bonus points. Yeah, but in the downwards direction. You think this is a cute game? You think this is a cute game? Some people have like nostalgia for the game. For some reason, I guess. But it is a convoluted, weird game inside a collectathon. So like, everything is a collectathon in this game. And then on top of it, you had all the other shit. Well, you can say it's better than Rayman. No, it's not better than Rayman. No, it's not. No, it's not better than Rayman. No. It has to be above Rayman. No, stop talking about Rayman. Stop talking about Rayman, everyone. It's not. Rayman is not our like. Why is Rayman our comparison value? Like, why? It is not better than Rayman. It is absolutely not. Because it's not even like... The problem is, Rayman is also a colorful game, which Tomba is a colorful game, but the shapes and forms and also the cuteness of Rayman makes kind of sense. In Tomba it's just all like meshed together 3D ugliness. No. The game is so ugly. I'm sorry to say this. Like, did you see Tomba cry? Jesus. No. Stop. Tomba is done. You like the style of it? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. If I squint my eyes and slap my face. I don't like it. I like gameplay wise, it was a little bit better at the end. It's like gameplay is okay, but is it like fluid? Like I don't know. It's not a, I don't know. Like the whole wind thing and whatever. Otherwise, why would they have to got it a remaster? Good point. Oh yeah, that oh, okay. I don't know. So you think, what studio is Tomba? What studio is Tomba? Who developed Tomba? No one. According to Wikipedia, no one developed that shit. Whoopee Camp. Who the frick is Whoopee Camp? What did Whoopee Camp do? Whoopee Camp. What games did Whoopee Camp do? Name 5 Whoopee Camp games. It's Tomba. They made Tomba, guys. They made Tomba. And then they died. Yeah, they made Tomba and then they died. The people who made Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Goblins games made Tomba? Is that true? I doubt that too for some reason. Because that studio, it's a different studio, and the site only stated that Whoopee Camp made Tomba and Tomba 2. They didn't mention everything else. So I'm not sure if that is really true. But then again, I could be mistaken. Maybe there was some person in the Whoopee team from the other games. Maybe. A distant relative. He always had to wear a helmet too. But otherwise, I'm not sure if that is true. Either way, that is my tier list. And if you don't like that Tomba is an E-gay tier, play it again. Play it again and do it again. Like, we have Danger Girl. What do you think about Danger Girl? The espionage video game that is based on a comic series, actually. A very sexy comic series. S tier is for sexy, yeah. E only because of boobs. The game was... I almost said the game was fun. I guess the loading screens was fun. The loading screens were pretty good. Loading screens were pretty good. I remember all the loading screens. I think I have them as desktop too. I have them as screensavers. Maybe. Don't tell Sayo though, but I have all the loading screens somewhere on my computer in a folder. Probably. Like, I guess Jill said like she tried the game and she didn't like get... You didn't get like past like number 3, like mission 3 or mission 4, right? The problem is, it was just like the meme, because after that mission, the game got like piss easy. The repeating on death was really bad, yes. It's not a C tier game. Is it better than Rayman? Yes. Also, it has boobs. There you go. It was a fun game. Like, you always have to think about this. Again, this tier list is, of course, extremely reasonable, and everyone hates me already. Please don't. It's just opinions, guys. We can still love each other. Right? It's only opinions. I always think about these games a little bit different. Like, it's like Pepsi Man, right? It's like these franchise games. We will get the Grinch later too. Like, all these franchise games, they have like the special ability. They have the special ability to like, maybe they're quite good for being effortless like money grabs. We are not looking at the Fifth Element here because that game goes down the drain. But for like a comic book video game that no one ever heard about properly, it's quite nice. It was not bad. It was fine. It was fine. So Diablo is D tier. It's a horrible port. The PC version is superior in every way. But I can't compare them. But for a PlayStation 1 game, it was pretty okay. But we're talking about Danger Girl. I disagree more with Chet's opinion than yours. Don't hate each other too. Like, it's love, guys. It's all love. The console version has Swedish though, and 2-player local co-op. What do you mean, like You mean like Diablo or you mean like Danger Girl? What are we talking about? Also, this is, please, it's the Dabbler TM. It's the Dabbler TM. Dabbler. The Dabbler TM. You walk to the Dabbler. Yes, Dabbler 2 and Dabbler 1. This is Dabbler 1. You walk to hell. I mean this in every way possible. I guess everyone knows the game. I guess I don't have to explain what the game does. You walk to hell. Why are you walking to hell? Because you can't run. Your character is it's just a chill little dude. It's a chill little dude. He's just going to hell. Just, you know, for fun, I guess. It's a slow game in every formal way. The PC version is also a slow game. Again, it's you go to hell, literally. What is extremely unique about the game is that it works in different seats. Whatever way you whatever way you want to look at it, it is very fun because the replay value is kind of quite fun. If you start up a new game, you can have different quests. Sometimes you have like a Hall of the Dead, and sometimes you have like a fungal cave, and sometimes you have to eat a mushroom, and sometimes you have to get a book. It's interesting that it has like randomized progression in it. It's fun. I like it a lot. Is it working good? For how many shit things are on like it's like for me it's like here. It's above Legacy of Kain. Because it handled the lag a little bit better than Kain. There we go. Sometimes the dude in cow costume talks to, yeah, moo. Like, you know, it's not a playtest game. I would not say this is a playtest like Spyro is a playtest. They really wanted to make this game like this. And it's not like because I'm a Blizzard fanboy. I played Diablo once before in my life, before we played this, and I played a shit ton of Dabbler 2. So, it's just a fun game. It's just a fun game, okay? That's it. The Dabbler, guys. It's fun. And now we come to my favorite game in the list. It's actually almost true. Hercules for PlayStation 1. Who remembers that playthrough? Because I do. Best level was the Cyclops. Alright. Yeah, you know what the best level was? It was when the screen popped up that it said, if you want to get a better ending, play on a harder difficulty, you dipshit. So you can't end the game if you don't play it on hard. Because the game will just end basically before the last level and says like, if you don't play on a higher difficulty, you can't see the last boss fight against Hades. Go fuck yourself. It's true. It's true. So, I was pretty much cock-blocked from the game, and Demise would say, I never defeat Hercules, and that's true. Is it a fun game, though? Is it a fun game, though? No. Combat is a hit or a miss. Either you're extremely strong or everything wrecks your ass. Is it good in a graphic sense? Yes, it's very gorgeous looking. It's a very gorgeous looking game. Nothing wrong about that. That's very, 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 very good. Also, it has Danny DeVito in it. Oh, it has the Danny DeVito goat guy in it, and that's the best part of it. Is it better than Rayman? Yes. Yeah, but is it better than Rayman? Yes. Why? It ends faster. It's less suffering. I feel like that's why it's better. And again, if you like Didney, that's a good Didney game. It's an okay Didney game. Is it better than Alundra? Yes. There you go. Derkules. There you go. Derkules in the easy peasy. Evil Dead. Now we have opinions again. Opinions rise up. Opinions rise up. We have the Evil Dead video game. Holy shit. He said Hail to the King in the ending, which is the title of the game. That was pretty badass. Was the game fun? Getting into the game was horrible. Like the first level was just... The first level was like a shitstorm. Do we even have a Evil Dead sound? Yeah, we have. We have, what is it? What is it, Sire? You know it, right?
Come get some.
Yeah, come get some. Come.
Come get some.
Come get some. Very not memorable.
Come get some.
Very not memorable. E for Evil Dead. E tier, C tier, Q tier. Oh god. Like compared to Dino Crisis, compared to Resident Evil, it is pretty weak. So it might be at least D tier. And again, it's like a weird movie game thing. I almost was compelled to write a mean tweet at Bruce Campbell for the game, but I did not. But I was very close to do that. I was extremely close to reach out to Bruce Campbell for that shitty game. I deleted that tweet. I deleted that tweet, but I was very close. Is it better than Hercules? Yes, sadly, it's better than Hercules. It's Evil Deed. Evil Deed D tier for that game. High even. It's, yeah, if you can beat the first level, you can beat the rest too. The first level is like shit, and then the game gets easy. There's another Evil Dead game on PlayStation 1. Ooh, no. That's a problem. That's a problem. Adventure Josh. Someone likes my tier list.
Welcome to the colony.
Thank you. Welcome to the pyramid, I guess. Good to see you. Thank you for the Prime. Very much appreciate that. That's the first time we see that new alert in action. Thank you. Evil Dead games are hit or miss. I mean, this game was not bad too. Again, like the first level was just way too big, way too vicious on the enemies. Like always, ever respawning sub. Who said I'm watching? Maybe I bought sub. Are you liking my tier list so far, Josh? You have to like rate this. Rate my tier list. Rate my tier list. People say Tomba needs to be S tier. They are wrong. Thank you so much again for it. I appreciate that. B tier. No. Yeah, like Evil Dead it was quite okay, but it is not better than Dino Crisis for me. We need more tier lists to we do that too. Like if we beat all the PlayStation 1 games, we take all the tier lists and like we rank the tier lists. You will make a tier list of streamer tier lists. This is my second tier list in my entire career of shittery. I will do like this tier list like every year, and that's the tier list we do. Legend of Mana. Yumi loves that game. Yumi also knows the language of the dub bears. The dub bear. Oh, Sofor did one recently. Ooh, what did he rank? What did Sofor rank? Other streamers? Was I on the list? Did he rate me? I love this entirely. He'd never do this again. He ranked the games of the year. Oh, so he did basically the same thing, just for all the games he played. Okay, yeah. I see. Yeah, I will do this for the PlayStation 1 games every year. That makes sense. All the games you streamed, Jesus. Ever. Oh yeah, Jill, will you do like a tier list of all the games you streamed? I want to see that. Please. It was big. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I guess it was all games then. How will she rate Deadwood? It's Darkwood. Darkwood F tier. You can! Demise is in chat. You can't say that. Chill. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did. Wow. Thanks again, Josh. Very appreciated. We will eat ranch later. I will eat a cracker with your name on it. RE3 Remake S tier best puzzles. Don't upset my chat, Jill. You're not allowed to do that. A spiced cider. Ooh. The cider cider? Can't rate what you didn't finish. Ooh. Holy shit.
Oh shit!
Ghostly. Bastard. Legend of Mana is the next on the list. Did I like the game? Legend of Mana, if you haven't played this, like what is impossible to finish? I did the impossible, Joe. All RE games are I tier. They can't be S tier. I'll fight you! You already know! Legend of Mana, if you don't know what this game is, it's a Mana series game. Wow, nice, good, wow. It is like a do your own adventure kind of thing. I feel like Jill would like that actually. It's like you decide basically everything you do in the game, like which quest you want to do, how your world will look like, and all these little neat things. It's quite nice. It's extremely colorful. Yeah, it's like make your own world. Like it's like again like do your own adventure, like the books kind of thing. It's super fun. But it was a little bit on the slow side. It was on the slow side, and I put it here. Oh, and I put the tier list away, and I put it into B, like low B. Low B is fine. Yeah, like low B tier is fine. I would rate it higher if the game would be a little bit faster, I guess. Like it was a very slow experience, very slow, but fun. Like again, Jill would really like that game. No joke. Like I'm like a hit or miss on the Mana series games. It's like it's like a day kind of thing. Like sometimes I like the Mana series, and sometimes I'm like, oh god, not this shit again. Like it's like one of these series. Like I really have to be in the mood to play one of the games because they are aggressively cute. In my eyes, they're aggressively cute. And sometimes I like that, and sometimes I don't like that at all. Like, I don't want to fight cute little bunny rabbits and mushrooms, and sometimes I want to beat the shit out of ducks. So it's, you know, it's weird. Final Fantasy Tactics, everyone. The next game on the list. We took a long time to finish that game on the channel. We took so long to play that, and this is why the tier list is so tiny, because I spent way too much time in FFT. And on top of that, I was extremely overconfident that we could beat it fast, and we couldn't. I was stumped at the executioner grounds, and I had to restart the entire game because we were so fucked that we couldn't get over it. The difficulty spikes are amazing. D tier, really? It's a very good tactics RPG. A lot of games want to be like that. A lot of games take this game as the this is how a tactics game needs to look like, and this is how a tactics game needs to play like. Like all the new games that come out will have basically referenced this game in terms of like tactical RPG. if it's not called Fire Emblem, then it's a Fire Emblem game. Every other game is doing Final Fantasy Tactics in some form or capacity. It's not even a joke. DTL leading game. What? It's a Final Fantasy game, I guess. The music is quite good. The story is a convoluted mess from a lot of people having knives, and they really like to stab other people with knives. That's basically the entire story of every tactics game so far. Like people having knives and using knives on other people. The problem is, if you just look at the base game, and maybe Kara will agree with this, if Kara is still here. If you just look at the base game, the opening of the game is extremely slow. And I hate the fact that even if you unlock new classes, and you know how to unlock new classes fairly fast, you get blocked by the game because it will only give you equipment for these classes later on. And it's not like, oh, you can just buy every equipment, at least base equipment. No, you have to wait to a certain point of the game, and only then are certain items equipable or like basically buyable in the game. And that is like a huge minus for me in the game. It's a huge minus. Like for real, it's so bad. Like, oh, you already unlocked the Lancer class? Oh, good for you, you don't have a lance, so it's useless. Good job, I guess. And it's so many classes that have that over the entire game. It's like, ugh. And they accept each other at the end. Yes, that is also true, yeah. I would put it as a very high B tier game. Again, it's a long-ass game. This is not a game you play for a day. This is not a game you play for a night. This is a game you play for a month. This is a game you play for a month. That's it. So it's a high B tier. That's all I can do for the game. I know some people rate this really, really high, and then said like every game is like copying this game when it comes to tactics games. But if you only look at the base game and you have to start a new game file, it's like, oh my god, please, like, I want to do whatever I want to do and not. It is more fun than Dino Crisis. Yes. Yes. The problem on this is that the problem on that, what you say, I can see that, but then again, Final Fantasy Tactics is like a 60-hour long game, and Dino Crisis is a 6-hour long game. So you get way faster into the satisfactory parts of Dino Crisis, and you get way faster through Dino Crisis, and then I guess you need 6 hours to get to the good part in Final Fantasy Tactics. That's the problem. But otherwise, like in like, is it a fun game? Yes. Do you want to play it over that? Yes. Like, Dino Crisis for me is like, do I play Dino Crisis or do I play Resident Evil? I play Resident Evil. And then it's hard to compare outside of the genre for me. It's always outside of doing that. If I do that, we have to like split up the tier list into this is RPGs, this is survival games, I guess, and this is adventure games and jump and runs or whatever. Because like you can't, I can't compare Final Fantasy Tactics to Dino Crisis. I can't. It's just like they're way too different. But what do I want to play more? Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes. Music-wise, character development-wise, it's fun. Like, making your own shit up is funny, even if it doesn't work all the time. But if I have a day to play a game, I pick Dino Crisis. If I go onto a deserted island and I have to pick a game, I pick Final Fantasy Tactics. So, I don't know. That's my mood on that. Yo, just think about this. Like, you let's take Zelzamul. Zelzamul is like crashing on a deserted island, only with his CRTV and his PlayStation 1 that is fully functional, and also he has like a lifelong battery. And he strands there with all the D tier, E tier, and F tier games. You think Zelzamul will like get all the cards in Forbidden Memories? You think? You think Forbidden Memories will be actually the game he plays most? Maybe. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Like it's again, it's like a mood thing for me. It's like I can compare this. You play Rayman. I mean, if I had time, I guess I would play Rayman too. Honestly, yeah, probably. Like finding all the hidden things. Fine. The Fifth Element, yay! Do we have to talk about this? I don't. Sayo, if you want, you can like make the ranch. By the way, I will either eat ranch between that or we. It's ranch time soon. F tier. Yeah, the Fifth Element is absolutely an F tier game. Yeah. That game was painful to watch, dude. We have. Like, Nightmare Creatures is from the same development studio. I just want you to know that. Nightmare Creatures and Fifth Element is from the same studio. The crawling makes up for it, yeah, that's true. So, we got heavily DMCA'd for the music in the game. Not joking. Like, we got heavily DMCA'd for the music. It is playable. Yeah, really, yeah. Like, yes. 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 I am not making this up. Yes. We get heavily DMCA'd. We did not get DMCA'd because of the straight out of the movie cutscenes. I guess they were so low res that they didn't care about that shit. But the music was actually a huge problem during the entire playthrough. And yes, the music during the gameplay parts, because they are straight up from the movie. That was a huge problem. But that is like a me problem. That is not like a game problem. The game problems start at every given way. Like, is it as bad as Forbidden Memories? Fuck no. Is it worse than Toomba? Yes, it's an E tier game. I absolutely agree with Siri here. Like, Forbidden Memories, if you don't know how to cheat, it's impossible to beat. Like, Fifth Element, like, you just need patience of a god, and then you beat it. Then again, as we said it, the crawling makes up for it, so the crawling pushes it out of F tier, I guess. There was a lot of stuff that was fine in the game. I don't remember any of the fine parts, but I guess there was something. I like that they changed the costumes of the characters sometimes. It crawled up one rank, yeah. Horrible game. Horrible game. Is it worse than Toomba? Fuck no. Toomba is fine against that. Is Toomba deserved to get somewhere else? No. Because Rayman is cock-blocking Toomba right there. Because Rayman is right there cock-blocking Toomba from climbing up, pushing him down without elbows, and this is why we're here. That's it. Grand Theft Auto. This is actually the story of this tier list. Grand Theft Auto 1. GTA 1. Yeah. So you say Rayman is the benchmark? Yes, for Toomba. Yes, for Toomba. Tech demo, yes. Grand Theft Auto 1 is a absolutely tech demo, especially for the PlayStation 1. I feel like there's another game, right? There's also a PC version of that, maybe? People said there's a PC version of that game. I don't know if that makes the game better. I'm not sure if that makes the game any better, honestly. Because if you, again, want to play through the game, you have to do that. You cannot fail, you cannot suck. You need a lot of thought to do that. Wait, like, you have to think here, Al, and I want to make this clear, by the way, for this list too, to defend a little bit more what I decide here. It's not playing a game, it's finishing a game. Like, it's like going to the credits, going to the last level or whatever. Again, Rayman, I didn't finish Rayman, true. I got to the last level. I didn't finish, yeah, you know what I mean. So, it's playable. It is fun if you don't want to get anywhere in the game. It's fun because it's just mild madness. It is absolutely an E tier, yes. I will put it here. I will put it here. That's how I feel like it. Yes, that is absolutely true. Again, Rayman is holding all these games down there, I guess. But even if Rayman would be somewhere else, this is an E tier. Easy peasy. Yes. The problem is not even it's a tough one. It's the problem of like if you don't do the missions, you have to get money otherwise, which is extremely tough. You cannot save mid-map. If you don't do a map in one go, you have to do it all over again. There is no saving while you're on the map. There's no quick saving, there's no nothing. So if you don't finish a map, you have to redo the entire map. If you die and you have to go back, you also have to do the entire map. So that it's not tough, it's just like, wow, Jesus, I don't like that. I have a message on Discord, nice. Alone in the Dark. A New Nightmare. I have to be very specific about this. This is Alone in the Dark, A New Nightmare. This is what... Yeah, that's true. That's true, I was not alone, I was two characters. This game took Resident Evil and said, I can do this formula too. And they did. Is it better though than Resident Evil 1? Is it better than Resident Evil 1 though? That's what I want to know from you guys. Because I'm torn here. It will be A tier, but I'm not sure if it's before or after Resident Evil here. But that is my real opinion. Like it's a good game. It's a working game. The scenarios are extremely different from each other. The lady has a lot of puzzly things, and the dude has a lot of fighting and combat. So it is absolutely the dialogue is absolutely bonkers. It's madness. The dialogue is absolutely madness. It's not like quite as cheesy as Resident Evil. It's not as consistent as Resident Evil. It's trying to do that though. It's trying to do that. It's not puzzly, fetch quest. The lady part is, I mean, like, it has better puzzles than Resident Evil 1. Like, if you say it's puzzles, because you have to, like, I mean, maybe not the puzzle where you like have to like go to the stones, but like, you know, getting, I mean, it's fetch quest, yeah, getting the dates from the people in the mansion or whatever. It's the same kind of quest. You're right. I think it's closeness. Nostalgia says Resident Evil is better. I think that is true. Yes, the nostalgia says RE is better. Yeah, again, I feel like that is the problem. I think it's the better game, actually. I think it's the better game. The problem is, my problem is it's a longer game, so playing through the Resident Evil is a little bit easier. Like, it's a little bit more easy to chew, because again, maybe you've just played the game more. In speedrun language, by the way, Alone in the Dark is as long as Resident Evil 1. It's not, it's the same length. So, in that term, it's the same length of game. And if I play Alone in the Dark more, it would be just as easy to chew down in one stream, probably. It has more nostalgia for you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, because of the old Alone in the Dark games. But they were different, right? The old Alone in the Dark games were different. I mean, not really, because Resident Evil 1 is based on Alone in the Dark because of the mansion stuff. So, here we are. I know it's a cardinal sin and you will hate that. I know you will hate that. You will go with that. We go here. I will put this above. It's not Digimon. For me, personally. Like you see, like also, guys, what you can clearly see, I like RPGs. That's also something that is very, very torn here. I like RPGs. I guess I don't like Yada-Cocoon. I don't like Yada-Cocoon, I don't like the Goons, but other than this, I just like RPGs. That's what it is. The other game. The other game. We will be fine. You bastard. Thirik! It's a very high A tier, and it just has a slightly invisible S about the A. That's Resident Evil 2. Shush. But it has order. It is that order. Yeah, it is that order. Yeah, it is that order. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's very true. The order is right, but the ranking is a little bit off, I guess. It's border S tier. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I see the problem with these two, but the real deal is now, where would we rate Resident Evil 3? Because according to this, it could either be squeezed between Resi 2 and Resi 1, or it is like below Resi 1. And I know where that goes. I know it's going below Resi 1, actually. I don't like 3. I never played 3 that much. I played it once, maybe. I hate the game. It's Resident Evil 3 for me, it's like the Metal Gear Solid of like Resident Evil PlayStation 1 games. It's like, yeah, they want to do like very serious about this. 3 does have good Does it have puzzles though? Like watching TV and putting in the advertisement name of the medicine is a good puzzle? Not sure about that. Did you do the water puzzle? The puzzle is lit. RE3 puzzles are lit. Fine, I back off, but is this better than RE1? There is no B scenario. You have to play as Jill, right? And then you just get sometimes sexy Carlos for some reason. So it's like a little bit of more an intertwined game that is just happening upon you. Yeah, but I ask you if you think it's better than 1. That's an opinion. Yes, yes. But does your opinion say it's better than 1? I feel like I don't know if your opinion would say it's better than 2. I feel like that would be bizarre in my opinion. RE3 is equal to RE2, really? I guess you like the exploring of Raccoon City more. Yeah. That's not... Oh, it's valid. Of course it's valid. Of course it's valid. Nostalgia is valid. I just broke the rule of nostalgia for Alone in the Dark because I really think it's a genuine, very good game. That again, I mean... You have to clap for Alone in the Dark on that regard, right? Resident Evil copies from Alone in the Dark does a better game than the DOS games in terms of like how it's playable, and then Alone in the Dark looks back at Resident Evil, looks what Resident Evil does her own shit on that, and it does it really good. Like it really does that. So. Yeah, it's not like how close they are. I feel like if they're all close to you, it's just like, oh yeah, I play this more than this. Like if I could play a Resident Evil right now, and I have time to play one Resident Evil game run now, which one would I pick? And then you take 2. And then maybe you take 1, and then okay, I guess I take 3. It's good too, whatever. And sometimes it's like, as I said with the Mana series, sometimes you have like an opinion of like, yeah, today I'm like a Resident Evil 3 guy, and today I'm a Resident Evil 1 guy. That can happen too. It's not like it's a good thing. It's a good thing if that happens, because that means all the games are good and all the goods are enjoyable. But if you like say, oh, today I'm a Dino Crisis person, you just want to watch Regina's butt wiggling through dinosaurs, and you want to see her getting like jumped on by dinosaurs, and then you have to wiggle your controller and like push the A button or like the X button to like make the danger go away, then you're weird. That's it. Oh, it's already done? I got ranch, kids. I have ranch. We are back to the tier list. We have to hurry. I want to play video games today too, maybe, if you want me to. Nightmare Creatures, everyone. Thank you for bearing with me through the fake ranch, by the way. We do real ranch down the road too again, okay? Thank you. It's the same development studio that also did The Fifth Element. Also, Activision is part of that game. Double ranch, yeah. I like Nightmare Creatures. Is it better than Rayman? Actually, it is. I think, yeah, maybe. It was not that. It was a little bit tinier than I thought of a game. The controls were kinda ass, but it was better than The Fifth Element, just because there was less jumping in the game. And less like verticality. What? Verticality? Yeah, the one gap after bragging. Yeah, that was good, yeah. It's a fun game. Is it better than Rayman? I don't know. I'm not sure. It was more enjoyable than Rayman for me because it's swords. I like swords. I had a booba lady with a sword. There we go. I think, is it better than Evil Dead? Oh shit, wait. Is it better than Evil Dead? With finger-able ledges. That was... oh, different game. Is it better than Evil Dead? Is it better than Danger Girl? Oh, man. Yeah. It's better than Danger Girl. Probably not better than Hercules, though. Sadly. They can, yeah, I mean, the good thing, again, is it's a shorter game. It didn't give me DMCA, I guess that's the point, too. But, again, it had like, less to no verticality, whatever. Which made the game way better. And the fighting worked. The fighting actually worked in that game. So, that was nice. Better than Rayman. Better than Danger Girl. Maybe. We like this. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. Maybe. Maybe like this. Maybe. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. Like getting extra lives and getting more HP and whatever is as fucked. It's as fucked in this game as in like Danger Girl. It's like, oh my god, if you like lose all your HP, you have to go back to the level, blah blah blah. Do all again. It's kinda here. It's kinda here. That is a good one. What was that? What was that called again? What was that again? How was it called? Heart of Darkness. Yes, Heart of Darkness. It's like a... It reminds me of like Another World, right? It reminds me of Another World. Was it fun? Yeah. Did it have flying freaks that turned into nightmares? Yes. Did it had a dog? Of course. Did all of this didn't matter because that kid was only in a closet for 5 minutes? Yes. Oh, they're from the same studio even. Okay. Yeah. It was fun. I wish the endgame would be better. The endgame was actually atrocious. Very, very bad. Very bad because they took away your magic, which was fun, and gave you back the weird gun. Is it better than Metal Gear? Eric Chai, thank you. I didn't know. Is it better than Metal Gear? It's better than Spyro. Like, I liked the art style a lot. Probably. I put it here. You're right. It's a little bit better than Metal Gear. I think so. I think so. Looks good. Was fun to play. Not a highlight. Not a highlight to play, but fun to play. He did everything in Another World except the music. I guess it's a whole different thing, huh? Took a long time. Good games need time. And this what brings us to Inspector Gadget's Crazy Maze. Oh boy, did we enjoy Inspector Gadget's Crazy Maze. To miss that stream too. Yeah, I missed that stream too. F tier for the name. Yeah. It had like, I think it had 3 songs. Never see you play it. Oh, it was one stream. It was one stream. It took him 2 years. Yeah, nice long. E or F, toss a coin. Yeah. I feel like Inspector Gadget's Crazy Maze. You missed Vagrant Story? You mean like that I played it? Oh yeah, I played it very early. I played it last year. But I didn't do a Tierlist deal last year, so I put it into that too. Amazing game. Amazing game. I mean, everything about this... How's the game? Because I fell in love with it. You mean like Vagrant Story? I mean, I put it in S tier for a reason. I put it in S tier for a reason. Vagrant Story is an amazing game. Replayability fun, new game plus fun. Everything fun. It's a good game. Making your own weapon and naming it Pussycat, good fun. Good fun. Love. Okay. The publisher were just so sold that he'd already done. Oh. Oh, I see. No, that's a huge step. Gadget is a kids game that doesn't even. No, it's not a kids game. It's a franchise game. It's like the kind of franchise game you only can put into F tier. You can only put into F tier just because of the reason, because it's just a fetchy, you know. You do the same cutscenes over and over again. There was 2 cutscenes in the game, and they played them Constantly. 2 cutscenes. They did 3 music tracks that were 10-second loops. And it was just like, and then you slap Inspector Gadget onto this. That's it. Like, okay, we made game. Horrible. Nowadays, a project like that probably would be an indie game where you have to bring your own money to pay your bills for 2 years. I mean, yeah, nowadays is a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, like, games back in the day were a little bit more special, and I feel like when you have like a special idea, it got rewarded better. Nowadays, like, the game market is so flooded that every game, 15 more furry games will release, but you only will play one, and that one furry game will probably change your mind, and then you will buy all the other 14 anyways. That's what it is. Like, it's very hard nowadays. There's too much. There's too much gaming. Sadly. There's too many gaming. It is what it is, though. You cannot expect everyone to do good and to make a good furry game. It is what it is. Inuyasha. Another franchise game, actually. Another franchise game. Who watched Inuyasha as a kid? Probably as a kid. Most likely as a kid. It was like a demon boy. And he had like claws. And he really wanted to like touch the lady, I guess. Fireball. You missed Inuyasha.
Actually...
Never heard about it. Oh, yeah, it is a fun game, actually. It is an extremely fun game. I mean, when I say extremely fun, it is an extremely fun game for a franchise game. The unlockables in the games are crazy, but that's all that you do. Why this tune? Oh! You in Vagrant Story? I have my PlayStation 1 playlist on, that's why. Oh, you don't like Snowfly Forest? Aww. Aww, no one likes Snowfly Forest. Except Ghostly. Ghostly likes Snowfly Forest. Yes, dude. Yeah, again, I say this, for a franchise game, this is kind of funny. But it's like, I mean, it's here. It's here. Rayman is like letting it in, but it's there. It's not a good game. Again, it's a franchise thing. The good thing about this game, if you like Inuyasha, it's kind of cool though because it has the original Japanese voice acting of all the characters, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And it has the pervert flea grandpa, which is also nice. But other than this, meh. Italian Job. It's a movie game, actually. It's from a movie, and you drive around in cars. It's not GTA, and you just drive around cars. And I remember, that Charlie was an asshole. It was an enjoyable experience. Is GTA from Wish? Yeah, kinda, yeah. It was a pretty fun experience, though. That second to last level was rough. That is exactly what I remember about that game, too. Was it fun, though? It was fun, though. That is exactly what I was about to say. It was a fun game. Yes, the one level cock-blocked me a little bit, because, again, I don't like car games, and I guess that was a little bit on that I didn't do well in that level. But otherwise, it was a fun game. Is it a fun game that I would play again? No. I absolutely agree with Siri here. It's a C tier game. Like, there it is. It's fine for an evening if you like the movie, maybe. And you, I mean, again, the playing through the main story or whatever it was unlocked more game modes. So if you like it, there were time trials and all the other things you do in a car game, I guess. It was fine. It was okay. It, you know, no harsh memory with it, but it's a game, I guess. Oh my god, and now I want JoJo. Controls room. No, it was an absolutely fine game. Yeah. All good. Like all good. Like nothing I could say about the Italian Job would like. Nothing is bad about this. Absolutely not. It's not like a, you know, if we had other car games on the list, it would like fall off to them anyways. But I would never like really rate car games high, I guess. I want JoJo's from Blood, you silly goose. It's whatever. Are you ready? So, yes, Josh. Oh, I'm hearing you out. This is following the Starlight Crusade anime. It's here in 2 hours. That is fast delivery. Holy crap. I hope you will enjoy your freshly plugged earphones. That is quick. This is why you used your Amazon Prime here, and they was like, that's the honest to God Amazon user right there. He gets his shit immediately. This is what happens if you use Amazon Prime, especially when it happens here on my channel. That's what you get. That's what you get. Let's talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I did not want it this bad. You should have not used your Prime here then. I'm sorry. I should have informed you about that. I am incredibly sorry. But here we are. Let's talk about JoJo. How do you thought JoJo was? Do you enjoy it? I enjoyed it a lot. If you play the Super Story, which is the story mode in the game, surprise, you will actually you will be guided through the entire story of the anime, or like I guess the manga, of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The how do you call them? The virtual novel parts of the game were quite nice. Voice acting in the game, quite nice. Very expressionary poses, quite nice. Visuals, quite nice. Different game mechanics and game modes, quite nice actually. And there is an exclusive only for the video game character by the original author too. That is also quite nice. This is a quite nice game. I know you will hate it. I know you will hate it, but I put it here. It's true. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a super good game. Like, it's not like God tier, but it's a really good game. Like when you think about like beat 'em up story games, you think more about Inuyasha, you know, like you pick your stage, or Street Fighter, Tekken. You pick your stage, you fight against all the other characters available in the pool, then you fight a hidden demon boss or whatever, and then you win, and then credits roll. JoJo was not like this. Yes, it has a lot of like normal, mediocre, beat 'em up parts in it, but then it had like all the other modes in too, like, you know, like a more wavy mode. You can do that in multiplayer. Ah, I see. Okay. Like, it had all the other cool. It had like a beat 'em up, shoot 'em up part. It had like a puzzle part. It had like you know, find so many different game things in there. It was fun. It was super cool. And again, the music was good. Very fun. Now, you're glitched. We get into this one. Look at the cover, by the way. I didn't show up. We should show up the cover. We should show the covers more. If I see this cover of this video game, we really should show off the cover art more on the channel when we play the video games. Look at this cover. If you think of cursed and green, this is what comes up on YouTube and Google, I guess. S tier. Fuck off. I guess they wanted to yeah, he has like the cool glasses on. I think they wanted to do the middle finger, yeah, actually. Like, because I don't know what index finger would do in that regard. It wasn't better than GTA 1. Again, we talk about collectible games, right? Collectathon games. This is an absolute, like, you have to do a collectathon game of this. Was it shitty? Yes. Like, for some reason, PlayStation 1 addict liked it. I don't know why. It's a collectathon game. Progression is extremely convoluted. The cover art is a choice. Yes, the cover art is a choice. The progression was extremely weirded out. Like, you have to, like, go to different levels, get different stuff, return to stuff. You know, sometimes your golds open things, sometimes they don't. They don't really talk about what happens. They don't really show you what happens. They don't really, you know, like, there's so many things that are just, like, don't add up. The soundtrack was extremely annoying. Extremely annoying soundtrack. And then we had, like, Superman 64 in the ending to shoot down Santa Claus to only get, like, the most, like, shitty ending that he's sorry about, whatever he did. This is absolutely going here. Is it better than Toomba? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Look how outstanding this cover is, though. Look how outstanding this is. Like, it's the only one that has, like, the color green in overtime. Holy shit. Like, and Nightmare Creatures has the glowing eyes effect, which is, like, kind of nice, though. It makes it a little bit more like a, you know, makes it a little bit more on par with the Resident Evil 2 logo. But this is just like just an insult on your eyeballs. Last game we played, Kingsfield. That's the last game we played this year. I had both of these weapons, by the way. I had both of these. I had all the weapons in the game, probably. I was extremely scared of Kingsfield. I have to say it. I was extremely scared of Kingsfield. It was way better than I thought. It was way better than I thought. Yes. Yes. That is true. Yes. That is true. Yes. You were, like, extremely lonely. Again, I sold my map. I sold my map to get a bigger sword. That is on me, and I didn't bother to buy another map ever again. So what the fuck? Look, whatever. I have like a pretty okay brain when it comes to maps, and I was never like really lost. But you know, when it comes to like new places, I couldn't decipher. Like, oh, I you know. Yeah. So it was a pretty good game. There were obvious stuff that I didn't enjoy, like the turning to left and to right were way too slow. Like there was head bob in the game, which I absolutely disagree with. You would play Rayman over this. Yeah, but I feel like that's a you thing. And that is fine. Again, I was blown away how fair the game was in the ending. Which, you know, the end was not fair of the game. The ending of the game was not fair and was a insult on your eyeballs too. The last boss fight was just, if you were here for it, like the last fight in the game was like, that was too much. And I didn't know why it was too much, because the rest of the game was pretty toned down in the effects. I like the music. I like the whole game. It left a very bad taste for you. Okay, that's fine, yeah. I mean, the problem I had with the game was like I died 3 times in the beginning. I was like, oh, I guess I use a save state now. So I turned off hardcore and then I used the save state. And 1 second after I used the save state, I found a save room. And after that, I found a lot of save rooms. And saving in the game and save rooms in the game were pretty all over the place, which made the game good. If there were less safe spots in the game, this would make this game horrible. Also, what I have to consider is that I used a save state at the very last boss to not do this weird maze again. Which I guess was not a maze, but here we are. So that saved me a little bit of sanity to some degree. That made the game obviously better on that part too, because I could just reload and try the boss again, because I feel like I would die to the boss 1500 times. Yeah, just going left, that was on me. So I'm not sure where I would put it. Again, it is a rough game to look at. It's a rough game to look at when it comes to, like, if you don't like first-person dungeon crawling in real time. That is, I guess, what you have to consider. And if you don't like the fighting, because the fighting is very boring, like it's you turn slowly to the right, or you turn slowly to the left while you make circles around the enemy. That's your fighting. That's what you do. You don't do anything else. That's what you do for every enemy in the game. So that needs to be considered. But it was way better than I expected. Is it better than Dino Crisis? No. I guess that's a good bar. It's not better than Dino Crisis at this point. Does the mice like Kingsfield? I didn't know. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Like, it's a high C tier. I agree with that. It's a high C tier. Like, I feel like all the games that are on the left that are, you know, basically the top of the list could also be in the next one. I guess not the S ones. But all the other ones could maybe be in the next one too. So maybe GTA could be D, maybe D tier, Evil Dead could maybe be C tier. They're a little bit floating, and I feel like that is what Kingsfield does too. Again, it's not a colorful game. It's not like an enjoyable game if you don't like this, like, very, very, very basic fighting. Like, it is extremely basic fighting. And I feel like when it comes to basic fighting, Diablo does it better, and Blood Omen does it better. You think Kingsfield needs to be lower? Okay, and the Resident Evil stuff. Again, the Resident Evil stuff is a little bit more floating. I wish there would be some survival game that we could compare it better to, but on the PlayStation 1, I think we, like, have nothing else that compares to that. That is my problem with Resident Evil 2. This is why the agreement there is a little bit meh. Because when it comes to survival horror games, I think there is nothing better than Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1. And that makes it S. Maybe. 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 Just because all the competitors are not as good. Maybe. If that is something to consider. But then again, I don't know, obviously, all the horror, like Fedruzio, what would you say? Is there like a, when it comes to survival horror, do you know any game that would like par with RE2? Outside of the RE franchise, of course. It sounded like you were pretty fond of it. Yes, yes, yes. And by that logic, you need to put an S tier game, a sports game in that tier, and yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah. By that logic, every genre should be represented in S tier. Yes, yes, that is true. Which again would make it. It would be fair considering the console and what is the best games on the console. I feel like that would be fair. Is racing a sport? Yeah, racing is a sport actually, yes. Racing is a sport. Gran Turismo too. That is on PlayStation 1, right? Yeah. We will see, we will play a few of them. The problem with the sports games is I don't know which ones are good and which one are not. It's a motorsport. I need to use the bathroom real quick. Sayo, if you are around, I would like to Sayo to make a vote for what to play next. If she can do that, because I want to play a video game. I will like get revealing last words to this too. But I need to use the bathroom real quick. The ranch, the double ranch wants to, no, it's actually this. Oh, Ghosty, I didn't play your meme, by the way. You get your meme now. It's a little bit late, but here is your meme. There you go. Sorry. I forgore earlier. A little bit of a late one. The Sub-Zero game? What's Sub-Zero? Sub-Zero game? What does that mean? Do you mean like Sub-Zero? What? Mortal Kombat? Sayo, we put in like Resident Evil randomizer. Noita. Oh no, you didn't annoy anyone. No, this is opinions. If anyone feels annoyed, they have to go through me. Thank you, Sirik, for giving us intel in your thought process. That's way more important. That's brave, actually. So like, I'm different. I have different opinions, and I want to state them. I like that. That is good. That gets us closer, and not further away. I'm torn apart between really good game and jank game. Oh no. See you around, Sirik. Are you good, sire? Resident Evil Rando, more Noita, Pepsi Man. And we can put in, what else can we put in? Is the vote in Discord? No, the vote will be on screen in a second. The vote for the next PlayStation 1 game is already on Discord. It is Legend of Soul Reaver 1. We will open another vote for the game of the M letter. Just choose something. No, not something. Just do the 3, yeah, whatever. I will be right back. Thank you.